This is a sheep's heart, and we're looking at the anterior view. So on the anterior view, we can see the interventricular sulcus. And so here would be the left ventricle. This would be the right ventricle. And we can see these structures here. These are the auricles that overlie the atria. So this is the auricle of the left atrium. This is the auricle of the right atrium. If we turn it onto the posterior side, we can see the posterior interventricular sulcus. This would be the apex of the heart, the inferior pointed region, and then the base of the heart is the superior broad region, which is where we see the great vessels. This vessel that is going over to your right, in the specimen, this is a sheep's heart, it would be going over to the left, but this is the pulmonary trunk. Also on this view, we can see the aorta. You can actually see this is the first, a lot of people want to say that this is the aorta, or they want to say that this is the superior vena cava. This is not. This, and you can see how large the opening is, and it's very rounded. This is the aorta, and this happens to be, if I stick my probe in, you can see where the top of the probe is coming out. That is the first branch off of the aortic arch. That is the brachiocephalic trunk right here. Now, this particular heart, a lot of hearts, when we get into the lab, you cannot see the superior vena cava. So again, this is the auricle of the right atrium. If we come behind that, we can see this opening here. This is the superior vena cava. And if I stick my probe through, you can actually see where it will come out here. So where the top of my probe is, this is the superior vena cava, and then here is the inferior vena cava. A lot of times you cannot see that on a heart in lab. A lot of times this will just be cut and it will go straight into the right atrium. Also, while we're on the posterior view, so just to, this is the left side of the heart here. Again, this is the posterior interventricular septum, so this would be the right atrium. This would be the right ventricle. This would be the left ventricle. Here, and you can see the auricle of the left atrium. Behind that is the opening of the pulmonary veins. Now, a lot of times when you do a dissection in lab, these vessels have been cut right against, and so all you really are seeing is a big opening into the left atrium. Okay, so that's it on the external. So now this one has already been cut. So we have done a frontal cut come between where the pulmonary trunk is, and this is the brachiocephalic, this is the aorta. So right around here, and then we'll go down the left lateral side towards the apex of the heart, and now we have the heart open here. I have two mirror images. This would be the front, this would be the posterior. So mirror images, so where both of my thumbs are, this would be the left side of the heart, and then over here now, where my thumbs are, this would be the right side of the heart. Now I can tell the difference because on the left, this would be the left ventricle, this would be the left ventricle. The wall of the left ventricle is it's very, very thick compared to the right side of the heart. The right side of the heart is much smaller because it's only going to be, the right ventricle is only pumping blood to the lungs, whereas the left ventricle is pumping blood to the entire body. So I'm going to focus on this for now, and then I'll come back to the other side in just a minute. So let's first do the chambers. So we have, and if we again go back to, let's start on the right side of the heart, the superior and the inferior vena cava, and I'm actually going to get a pipe cleaner. And so here I have a blue pipe cleaner that represents, I don't have any straws, I have pipe cleaners. So this represents deoxygenated blood coming in from the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. And if I look to see where that pipe cleaner is, it's going to be in the right side of the heart. It's going to be above here. I might have to cut a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. So you can see where that pipe cleaner is coming. So that would be in the right atrium, And I actually cut through part of the tricuspid valve. So you can see move that piece of the pipe cleaner there. You can see this tricuspid. This is the right atrioventricular valve. So above that would be the right atrium. Below that would be the right ventricle. You can see a little bit of the chordae tendineae. I've cut through some of them. I will show you. You can see where my probe is there on the chordae tendineae. And this blood, this is where blood is clotted in here, so you can see some of this dark. But you can see the little heartstrings, the tendinous cords, the chordae tendineae, where my probe is there. Then here we have the interventricular septum that would separate the right ventricle from the left ventricle. Okay, from the right ventricle, blood will go through the pulmonary trunk. So the pulmonary trunk is going to be on my other side of the heart. Let me get it. So here is the pulmonary trunk. So we are coming from the right ventricle, and I've cut here a little bit so you can see the pulmonary semilunar valve. So this, again, this is the pulmonary trunk, and I could stick my pipe cleaner in there, but I'm not for right now. But you can see where I've cut, you can see the pulmonary semilunar valve. The pulmonary semilunar valve is at the base of the pulmonary trunk. So you can see a little piece there of the pulmonary semilunar valve. And then the deoxygenated blood will go through the pulmonary trunk, go into the pulmonary arteries, the right and left pulmonary artery, go to the lungs, pick up oxygen, and then we're going to come back through the pulmonary veins. So here's the opening of the pulmonary veins, and like I said, it's just one big opening. There's two right and two left pulmonary veins. They've been cut, so we just have a large opening that's going straight into the left atrium. Okay, so we're going to turn it over, and here is the left atrium. Well, you can see the bicuspid valve. This is the bicuspid valve. If I took my scissors and I cut and pull it apart, you can see into the atrium really, really well. So that's the left atrium. And then you have the bicuspid, or the left AV valve. And that goes into the left ventricle, and then from the left ventricle it's going to go into the aorta. And at the base of the aorta, and I did cut here, cut in a couple of ways, at the base of the aorta you would have the aortic semilunar valve. So you can see some pieces of it here. You can see where my probe is pulling. But then I also did a cross-section of the aorta. So this is the aorta. And you can look down into the valve, or into the base of the aorta. And so where my thumb is coming up, that is the aortic semilunar valve. The aortic semilunar valve. And then oxygenated blood would go to the body. All right, so that is it for the anatomy of the heart. Now, I will point out too, though, you can see the chordae tendineae really well, the bicuspid valve, and the chordae tendineae would be attached to papillary muscle in the ventricles. Also in the ventricles, you can see sort of the woven appearance of the wall of the ventricles. That's called the trabeculae carnae. And in the atria, you can see the muscle in the atria. Those are called pectinate muscles. Pectinate muscles. All right, so that's going to be it for the dissected heart.